So I went and got my hair cut. I know you guys are like, you're gay and you can't cut your own hair. I know, I feel you. I wish I could. It'd save me some money, but I can't. So, anyways, one time I went to get my hair cut, and this was at another state I lived, and the lady who, because I didn't realize either back home, this guy used to tell me, because I used to just get it shaved just with like a hair, like a number 1 basically. And just that's it, or a number 0. I don't know. I'm not a freaking haircutting person. So I used to get it shaved like that. And one day someone's like, you'll come to terms one day and you'll shave it. And I'm like, I shave it now. What are you talking about? Well, apparently I wasn't shaving it. I was just buzzing it. Like, there's all these different terminology. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like between Yanny and Laurel, like you should, I don't know. Anyways, that's another story. So, I used to just get a cut like that. Well, I went in to Great Clips, I think it was, or something. I went into a haircut place one time. And when I sat down, I was talking to the girl, and I'm like, yeah, all my friends give me crap about getting my hair cut because, 1, I'm gay, and 2, I can't do it myself. And they think like I should just be able to, whether I'm gay or not, I should just be able to cut my own hair. Like, I'm like, well, that's not the case. And she goes, yeah. And she goes, I said, they give me crap that, I'm getting my hair cut anyways because I'm going bald. And she said, yeah, well, actually, when you pulled up, I thought you were going to ask for directions. Like, so you didn't even think I was in here to get my hair cut. You just thought I was going to ask for directions? Really? So I moved to another state, went to another hair place, and it was a barber shop. And I went in there, and then the lady, she was an Asian lady, I think, or I don't know, I can't tell. No good at that either. Seriously, one time I met a guy, and I thought he was Hispanic, and it turned out he was Asian. And then I met another guy who I thought was Asian, and he turned out Hispanic. I'm like, man, I have a hard time with dogs, too. I'm like, is that a Pomeranian? They're like, no, it's a Great Dane. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Went to get my hair cut, and when I went in there, the lady had told me, because I said, do you guys take debit card? And she said, no. And I said, well, let me go to the ATM. And she said, no, you sit down. I cut your hair, come back. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. Because I know I'm going to come back, But I'm like, all right, well, I just want to get my head shaved. And she's like, okay. So I sat down, and then she, puts this, warm towel on my head. I think she buzzed it first or something. That's right. She buzzed it first, and I was like, oh, cool, we're done. And then she, heated up a towel and then, put it on my head. And I was like, oh, this is like a spa. I'm getting, the full 9 here, treatment and all. And then she bust out the shaving cream, and I'm like, uh-oh, what's happening? And then she took a little Bic razor and then just, was going at it. And I'm like, oh, this is what they mean by shaving your head. I'm like, man. So once I realized that, then after that, I always got my head shaved. But she said, you do this yourself? I said, no. Obviously, that's why I'm here, ma'am. And she said, okay, good, because you cut yourself and you die. And I was like, excuse me? And she's like, you have big mole on the back of your head, and you cut it and you die. And I have the worst Asian accent, I'm sure. New story, I got my hair did today. And I went in there, and I've been going to this place for a year and a half. So I go in there, and we're hanging out, or I walk in, and I'm like, it's busy, there's a lot of people, because this place is really good. So it's great. But, so there's a lot of people, and it's busy. And so I sit down, and then I'm hanging out, waiting, and then the girl who cuts my hair all the time, her name is Carol. Anyways, so she cuts my hair all the time. So I'm waiting and waiting, and she looks over at me, and she's like, well, first let me tell you, her name is actually Carly. And so she looks over, and she's cutting someone's hair, and she says, hey, Dustin, can you change the music? And I was like, and I look up, Because I'm like, she was talking, so I was just looking to see who she's talking to. And she's looking right at me, and I'm like, oh shit, is she talking to me? And then I like look at her, because then I'm looking around, because I'm thinking, is she talking to one of these other guys? Like, who's Dustin? Like, is he Dustin? Because sometimes there's like some cuties in there too. So I'm like, so then she's sitting there, and she said, hey Dustin, can you turn up the music? And I was like, are you talking to me? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, my name is Dennis. We're Facebook friends. And she's like, oh my God. And so she like felt really bad. It was hilarious. I mean, so ever since then, her name is going to be Carol.